everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about turning left at a traffic light, and I will specifically be going over 7 things you need to do when turning left at a traffic light. So 7 things that you need to do and sort of things that you need to know. Without further ado, let's tell you what you need to do. Let's get right into the video. Number 1 is check for a traffic gap thoroughly. Now, I say the word thoroughly, and on my notes I capitalized it because it's super important, okay? So many people, and this happens to me like at least once a week, and I'm sure it happens to other drivers like 10 times a week. I'm driving and there's someone that's turning left across traffic and I have to slam on my brakes so I don't T-bone them because they did not check for a traffic gap thoroughly. You want to make sure there's a big enough gap in traffic so that you can safely make that left-hand turn. And obviously I'm talking about making a left at a traffic light across traffic, assuming that you're driving on the right side of the road. So check thoroughly for a gap that is big enough. Number 2 is look all around for pedestrians. Once again, I've seen it almost happen a number of times where someone turns and then they have to slam on their brakes because they didn't see a pedestrian coming. Check your blind spots, check your mirrors, make sure that you look everywhere for pedestrians because you're in a car, they're not, okay? You don't want to injure them, so definitely look everywhere for pedestrians, like really thoroughly look for pedestrians. Number 3 is wait for safety to proceed at a yellow light. So safety is known as cars have stopped in the oncoming lane and there are no pedestrians in the intersection. So many people see a yellow light and they take that as their cue to just make the left. Go ahead and make the left. And that's when T-bones happen. That's when accidents happen. So wait for safety before you proceed at a yellow light. If the light turns yellow, you know, that is the hint to start looking for the opportunity to proceed. It doesn't mean proceed. It means now you look for safety to proceed. Number 4, signal. And I put this one in capitals as well. Signal! Use your turn signal. Just because you're in the left turning lane doesn't mean you don't have to signal. Use your turn signal. If you're waiting to make a left at a traffic light, make sure your signal's on. Okay, make it a habit to signal before you get into that lane. And then you won't really have to worry about turning the signal on because it's already going to be on when you're in the left-hand turning lane waiting at a traffic light, okay? Signal. This way, the cars in the oncoming lane know that you plan on turning. This way, the cars behind you know that you plan on turning. This way, all the pedestrians know that you plan on turning. Just use your signal. It takes a fraction of a second. Turn your signal on. It's as simple as that. Number 5, keep your wheels straight. I cannot tell you like this. Oh my gosh. It's so dangerous and so many people don't know about it. They're waiting to make a left and the wheels are turned to the left. What happens if you get rear-ended? Imagine this. I'm waiting to make a left. My wheels are turned to the left. If I get rear-ended, where am I going to go? I'm going to go towards the left in the oncoming lane of traffic. Boom! I'm going to get T-boned. I'm going to get into an accident. It's so dangerous. Keep your wheels straight. This way, if you get rear-ended, you're going to go straight a little bit, which will not send you into the oncoming lane of traffic. I will never forget my cousin when I first got my G1, which is the learner's permit here in Ontario. He told me, I'm going to tell you one thing that no one else is probably going to tell you. Keep your wheels straight when you're waiting to make a left. And I never forgot that. After he explained it to me, I'm like, what? That makes total sense. And I noticed when everyone turns their wheels, and it's so dangerous because you're basically relying on the fact that you're hoping to not get rear-ended. Because if you get rear-ended, you're going into the oncoming lane of traffic, you're getting T-boned. So you're getting hit from behind and hit from in front, which massively increases the chances of you getting hurt or even worse, okay? Number 6, don't be afraid to give it gas on an advanced green. Now, this is sort of a personal pet peeve of mine. When it turns to advanced green, people like, they're just driving so slow, and there's supposed to be 5 or 6 cars, let's say, going through that light, and there's only 1 or 2 because they're just driving. So it takes them 10 seconds to even start driving forward, and then it takes them like 15 seconds to get through the intersection. I'm not telling you to floor it. I'm not telling you to do anything unsafe. But when it's an advanced green, do your safety checks, make sure no one's breaking the law and going into the intersection, and go, baby, go! Just go! Give it gas. You know, don't floor it, but give it gas. When you know it's safe to proceed proceed, just go, okay? Last but not least is number 7, which is steer according to the size of the intersection. If it's a big intersection, you're gonna have to steer and make a nice wide turn, okay? If it's a small intersection, you're gonna have to make a tighter turn. You're gonna have to steer a little bit more. And also steer according to the lane that you will be going into. Now, obviously, in most cases, if you're making a left turn, you're gonna go into the left lane. However, there are certain one-off situations in which you're gonna have to, let's say, turn left into the right lane. There are certain situations, let's say a car is stalled in the left lane. You can't turn into the left lane, you gotta turn into the right. So steer according to the size of the intersection and where you have to end up on that future street. And that's it. Those are 7 things you need to do, and also things that you need to know when turning left at a traffic light. And I'm obviously talking about turning left at a traffic light across traffic, okay? In an intersection, across traffic, assuming that you're driving on the right side of the road. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.